this fella. Alright, I finally have confirmation that I am live on stream, but it says that it restarted, so there was a time when it just completely got rid of all my stuff. And that's lovely. That's great. Love that. Really happy that that happened. As I said, which it could have been just completely gone. Who knows at this point, is that this is miserable, and I really don't want to be doing this, but I'm kind of doing this just so that I can do the competitive mode, which is kind of insane that you have to have legendaries to be able to even compete in the competitive mode. Like, the fact that I am doing this desperately and being this upset at doing this is just proof that there's a little bit of a power imbalance when you allow legendaries pretty much at the start of the game. It allows people who speedrun the game, which I'm totally fine with speedrunning the game, but I don't feel like they should have an advantage over everyone else. And of course there's a network error again, so I can't check to see that I am streaming. But Halucha is next, so I think I'll send in my trusty Talonflame. And that'll be that. Anyway, what I was saying was, I have nothing against speedrunning. In fact, I quite love the speedrunning community, especially for Pokemon games. I would never be able to do such a thing, because it just requires such immense amounts of patience and planning and memorization that I just couldn't. But I feel like giving an advantage to people who speedrun the game in the competitive mode doesn't feel fair. And I know that that's probably just me being butthurt about losing, but I think it's true. I think that I wouldn't be the only person that has this opinion. Yeah, I think it might actually be a real issue. So I like what they did in Scarlet and Violet, where they actually, didn't allow legendaries, like, after they had already allowed them. And I feel like that's something that we might have to do. Please don't. Darn it. Okay, whatever. Let me just bring you back in. Please, Mega Balls. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue if my stream is working right now, which is kind of the whole theme of this stream, is not knowing if it's actually happening or if it's just me talking to myself. Could be a mixture of both. Could be that it's not working, but then it sometimes is, and it's just starting new streams every now and then, which would be really annoying for people who have notifications on. Like, I would be pissed if my streamer ended up just starting a stream, and starting a stream, and starting a stream, and starting a stream. Like, that would be annoying. So I really hope that that's not what it's doing right now. Anyway, this Halucha is definitely almost dead. So, and it wasn't even that much of a challenge. It just dodged my big attack, so that's kind of disappointing. Other than that, not much of a challenge. I get this, he stays Mega, we chill, we good. One more Ice Fang should do him in. I was correct. Okay. So now we're at 4 minutes and 20 seconds out of, like, the 30 minutes that I've been streaming. So, or it's not been 30 minutes, but feels like it, because it's just that miserable, which I've said that about 20 times. Anyway. Time to do the story, excuse me. Yes, what is it? Understood. Flying, we believe, has finally reached the borders. Civilians should be put on high alert. Okay. Do we get both of them, or do we have to choose one? That's a question that I do not know the answer to. You have to catch it. Okay. Cool. I gotta catch this Pokemon, and I don't feel nervous at all. because this is a Pokemon game, and it's going to be quite easy. I bet that the catch rate is not the catch rate of a Legendary, because first of all, this is a Legends game, second of all, because Pokemon has gotten easier over the decades. Anyway, I'm totally fine with Pokemon getting easier. I think that it takes a little bit of fun out of it, but this game has made up for it in fun, because it's just such a cool concept and everything that I'll forgive it for being easy. Like, I barely had to do anything for this game, but I think it's been a lot of fun, so it doesn't really matter that it was easy. And that was kind of similar to what the Kalos games were back in the day. People were really upset that they were quote-unquote too easy, and I never saw that as an issue. I thought it was fun to breeze past everything and have a power trip of a game. Like, that might just be an unpopular opinion, but that's what I thought. So, if the game's too easy, yes, it's going to have some fun sucked out of it, but you can find a different kind of enjoyment out of playing a too easy game. What am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do here? Okay. I have no clue what they're wanting from me, which is kind of ironic after a whole rant about it being too easy. Maybe it's supposed to be like this, where I can't get up this way. Alright, if I can't get up that way... Where else would I be able to get up? This is perplexing. Perplexing indeed. Search for the Yveltal on the roof of the Glory de la Luna. Okay. How do I get up there? Am I supposed to do both first? So that they're both, like, threatening Lumios? What does the game want from me? Okay. Therefore, we're gonna take it. I definitely think I just cheesed the game. Hard time. Or big time, not hard time. That's kind of weird. So let's go ahead and save, just in case something weird happens. And click here to reload player. See if this works. I got Toxic, that's nice, nice. Pidgeotto, cool. Not as shiny though, so I don't really care. Do I have a Spritzy? I do. Okay. I don't think I have an Aromatisse though. Aromatisse. Aromatisse. Anyway. Yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go battle Yveltal, have a good time, and, you know, chill. Listen for the shiny sound. Don't hear it. Lovely, lovely. And save. And let's go do this thing. Okay, we cannot. That's interesting. 'Tis interesting. Okay. Let me try a little bit of this magic. Okay, then. Just a little bit of cheese, and we have suddenly got ourselves into a predicament in which a legendary Pokemon capable of death and destruction has descended upon us. We're suddenly hiding behind a wall that I did not hide behind, and we have ourselves a real battle. Let's hope that this is a challenge. If it's not, I'm okay with that. Alright, you can shove it. And by shove it, I do mean die. I hope you know. Alrighty. Now let's just try rushing up on it and see what happens. Okay, then. Interesting. Remember when that was the thing? We've detected Yveltal's life force. I suppose you must have found it. Yveltal is an extremely dangerous Pokemon. I trust you will take care. Does it Mega Evolve? I don't think it does. Either way, we're going to be catching it. I saved right before, so I'm able to catch it in a Pokeball if I so choose to. Which I think I do so choose to. Which might take this might take a while if I do so. But, we got that, right? We got that. Alrighty. Surprised that Bob is hanging in there. We're just whittling down on Yveltal's health. And it'll be fine enough for us to throw a few Pokeballs. Ultra Balls. No, Pokeball. I said what I said and I meant it. One more. And then we actually battle it. Alright, more Pokeballs. Oh! Caught in a Pokeball after only 8 Pokeballs. Insane. That's nice. Okay. Well, okay. Okay then. 8 Pokeballs. If I can count correctly, which there's no guarantee that I can. If he's saying all of this just to ask me to a Pokemon battle, I think he is. Alright, I got the one that takes. Sick. Now, I would love it if they would tell me which wild zones actually house the alpha Pokemon that I'm supposed to be catching for Mabel. Because that would be great information to include, but they neglected to do such, so I don't know. Cauteralts, because why not? Boxes, swapperoo, and put you where you do. Okay. So, what we got? What we got next? First of all, let's save, because that was a momentous occasion. Not to be squandered by a crash of the game. And what is next? We're gonna go here and ask Mabel where we go, because clearly the game won't tell us if we don't. Which is kind of BS. Anyway. I really hope that stream doesn't crash. Or that stream isn't just like nothingness for the past 14 minutes and 30 seconds. Because there is a chance that that is something that happened. Yeah. Wild Zone 359. 359, I can remember that. Wild Zone 3, 5, and 9. Aren't those prime numbers? Nope, 9 is not a prime number. 3 and 5 are, I believe. Let me think about that. Yeah, they are. 3 and 5 are both prime. 9 is not. Alright, where's 3? Wild Zone 3. I guess we're going to Wild Zone 9 first, because that's the first one that I saw. Alrighty. Once again, I'm going to express my inhibitions about the quality of said stream. And now I'm going to continue playing, as if nothing happened. I kind of want to replace Diggersby with my shiny, because I think that would be nice, and maybe my Ampharos with my shiny. But I think that that's a post-game thing to do, which we are technically in post-game, so I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Clearly that was not the correct alpha Pokemon, so we're gonna have to keep looking. Okay, that's lovely. Anywhere over here? You can take that as a nay. Alright, what is up here? I don't hear the alpha sound, which makes me believe that it's not going to be up here. However, I do not know where it could be. Okay. I really am scouring this area. And yet coming up empty-handed. What? That's BS. Also BS. Alright. Is it where I think it is? Where the Mawile is? Speaking of which, where is the Mawile? The one that I couldn't catch for, like, the life of me. Where is that Mawile? Am I even in the right wild zone? I am. Is this it? Okay then. I've killed all of the guys, yet nothing happened. It's a bit worrisome, ain't it? Not British. Don't ever insult me by saying that. Alright, so I noticed a little something. A little guy who isn't supposed to be here. Just a thought, just a hunch. Just a little idea. Okay, and he's powerful AF. Not good. Not good at all. Use Dug. Dig Dug. Flip turn. Get into liquidation real quick and then die. I'm okay with that. Please catch. And that, my friends, is why we save. I said, and that, my friends, is why we save. I'm not entirely sure how much of that you guys saw, because my phone gave me a message halfway through, the 20% message, and, like, nothing, I don't think anything was filmed during that point. 20 minutes, only 20 minutes in, and it dropped 40%, 43% actually. My phone was at 63%, and now it is not. So, yeah. I'm gonna reload my Twitch and see that things are still working as intended. And hoping, just hoping and praying that everything is a-okay. For some reason, this Steelix is a lot weaker than the other one that I faced. Still hoping that stream is a-okay and everything.